Okay, so what we're going to do is find the median from this frequency table, and we're going to do it using interpolation, and I'll show you a couple of ways of doing that. So, first of all, the easiest way to do this is to first of all think about the cumulative frequency. So the cumulative frequency of this group is 4, 19, plus 5 is 24, plus 2 is 26, 26, 27. So if I want to find the median will be n, which in this case is 27, divided by 2. So 27 divided by 2 is 13.5. Because this is continuous data, because it's already grouped, it's into groups, then we want to find the 13.5th value in this table. So first thing I would do is I would look down and I would say, well, that's 19 and that's 4. So if it's 4 up to this group and there's 19 in the second, then the median is in this group here. So the median must be in here somewhere between 6 and 10. So there's a couple of ways of working out what that median might be. So if we're saying that it's in that 6 to 10 group, let's consider that group first. So the group that median's in, if we just think about that group first of all, and the group that median was in was the 6 to 10 group. So we'll say let that median be in the group 6 to 10, and actually we know now that the boundaries of that are 5.5 to 10.5. So let's say that's where you want to go. So the size of that group from 5.5 to 10.5, the size of that group is 5. And if you just check back in your table, that group is divided into 15 people. So we can say, well, that's split between 15 people. So each person, if I were to put them in a nice row along, the distance between them would be 5 divided by 15. And I can say, right, up to that point, so up to there I had 4 people already. If I want to get to the 13.5th person, it was that 13.5th value I wanted, how many more do I need? So if I already got 4 up to that point, so up to this point I've already got 4 people. So to get to the 13.5th, 13.5, take that 4, that's 9.5. So I want to go 9.5 people into this group. I want to count that far along. So I'll times that by 9.5. That gives me how far I've gone. But I'll need to add the 5.5 onto that. So that's where I've started from, the 5.5. And that will give me that the median in this case should be 8.67. Okay, a slightly different way of thinking about this is to say, right, I want the 13.5th value, and I know this is in the group 6 to 10, so that actual group is really, if we draw it in, it really goes from 5.5 up to 10.5. And what we can say is that's sort of the number of correct answers, so this top line is my number of correct answers, and let's have the bottom line as my cumulative frequency. So underneath, I'll say, well, up to that point, there I had 4, and up to 10.5, deleted the cumulative frequency, but up to 10.5 it was 19. And there's some point in here, let's call it M for the median, and we know that the number of people at that point, or your cumulative frequency up to that point, is 13.5, my cumulative frequency. And from that, we want to say, how do I work out what that M value is? And we do it using kind of a bit of proportion. So what we can say is that M minus 5.5 divided by 10.5 minus 5.5 equals that minus that divided by that minus that. So we kind of do this distance divided by this distance must be the same on each. If it's sort of a straight line, then the distances are going to be in the same proportion. They'll be the same values. So one way of doing this then would be to say that we end up with the equation m minus 5.5 is that short distance on the top, The whole length on the top is that one, equals on the bottom, the little distance is that one, and the full distance will be that one. And if we do the working out from there, 13.5 minus 4, that gives us the 9.5, 19 minus 4 gives us 15, 10.5 minus 5.5 is 5, and then just solve this equation. So work out 9.5 divided by 15 times by this 5, opposite of dividing by 5, then add on the 5.5, and you get again that your median is 8.67.